I feel like most of my videos begin with me fixing my hair. What's up, you guys? I'm back at it again with another story, but this isn't just any story, it's a juicy story. There was this guy, and we'll just call him Ken. So at one point, Ken and I liked each other. It was like a little mutual crushing, but we weren't dating, and I can't date because I have Asian parents, and if you have Asian parents, you pretty much can't date till you're married. So that's that. And although we weren't dating, if you were just like a friend of ours, you could pretty much consider us a thing. A lot of our friends were aware that Ken and I were a thing. However, a lot of them also knew that Ken and some other girl were a thing as well, and they didn't tell me. Thanks, friends. Let me just backtrack. Basically, Ken and I didn't have any classes together at the time, so we really only saw each other in the mornings and during lunch. I know, pretty romantic. We would have little lunch dates in the quad. So every single school day during lunch, we'd, acknowledge each other, greet each other, have small talk and whatnot, except for this one specific day. On this day, I saw Ken in the morning, but not at lunch. And it was really weird to me because it takes 3 periods until lunch. What are you gonna do during that time? Get ran over by a bus? No. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty motherly, so if you give me one reason to be sus, I will go above and beyond and become extremely suspicious. Anyways, on that day during lunch, I asked my friend Serena if she wanted to come with me to get a snack because it's lunch and I'm hungry. So we did. I don't know why, it's just a girl thing where you drag your friends wherever you go. So I get my snack and I step out of the line, and my friend Serena is still getting her snack. And meanwhile, I turn around to see Ken and this other girl who I've never seen before in a really close proximity to each other. In general, I like to give people the benefit of the doubt, so I just assumed he was showing her something on his phone, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna chill. I'm not gonna overreact because I would be crazy. I proceeded to walk back to the table where my friends were sitting at, and I got a clear visual of Ken and this other girl, and he wasn't showing her anything on his phone. They were canoodling. His arm was around her, and the thing is, it wasn't even like, hey bud, arm around the shoulder type of thing. It was this hey little mama, let me whisper in your ear, arm around the waist type of thing. Oh my gosh, these details matter, yo, they matter. I know, drama, oh my gosh. I was nowhere near sad, but I was extremely salty, oh, you don't even know, bro, So, in any situation like that, what do? I start lurking, not gonna lie. So one day on my way to class, I spotted my first witness, and he was perfect because he happened to be a friend of Ken and me at the time, so obviously he's gonna tell me the truth. I went up to him and pretty much asked him, yo, are Ken and Barbie dating? To which he replied,
I don't want to tell you this, but yes.
My salty self stood there and said, cool, and I walked to class. It was a long 2 hours that I got over my heartbreak, but I eventually pulled through and just didn't care.
I am the one, the way your son don't need.
The funny thing is that the story didn't even end there, because there's more. So a couple of weeks later, I'm walking with one of my friends who we'll call Roger, and he told me he was sad. And to be honest, Roger's not the type of person to be sad. So I asked him, yo Roger, like, why are you sad, man? And he told me that his friend was sad, which in return made him sad. And out of curiosity, I asked again, like, why is your friend sad? And this is where the juicy stuff comes in. To summarize what Roger told me, Little Miss Barbie and his friend were actually dating, but then Roger's friend eventually found out that she cheated on him for Ken, and they had to break up. I came to a realization that both Ken and Barbie cheated on whoever they had a thing with for each other. And after all of this, I came to the realization that I got cheated on by a guy who I was never even dating. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Although this story happened a really long time ago, I don't know, it's one of my favorite stories to tell like all of my friends because it's just, there's a lot of plot twists and there's a lot of like, oh my gosh, and like, you know, stuff. I don't think you guys overreacted like, oh my gosh, what, you know. I'm pretty sure in your mind you're like, oh my gosh. Any whoosies, I have an Instagram and a Snapchat and a Twitter account that you should definitely follow me and stalk me. And if you really enjoyed this video, like it or subscribe or something, cause you know, or dislike. Okay, bye, I love you.